The Middle East is once again at the center of global attention, as tensions between Iran, Israel, and the United States continue to escalate. In recent days, the conflict has intensified with reports of airstrikes, missile launches, and strong warnings from world leaders. What began as targeted military actions has now developed into a dangerous regional crisis that could have far-reaching consequences for global security, energy markets, and international diplomacy. In this video, we'll break down what is happening on the ground, how the conflict escalated, and what could happen next. The current phase of the conflict began after a series of escalating tensions between Iran and Israel. Israel has long viewed Iran's military expansion and support for armed groups across the Middle East as a major security threat. Iran, on the other hand, sees its regional influence as essential for deterrence and strategic balance. Over the past weeks, tensions rose sharply after several military incidents in the region, including missile attacks, drone operations, and airstrikes targeting strategic facilities. As retaliation cycles continued, both sides increased their military actions. The United States, a key ally of Israel, has also been closely involved in supporting regional security operations and defending Allied bases from missile and drone threats. Military activity has intensified significantly in recent days. Reports indicate that Israeli forces have carried out multiple airstrikes against what they describe as strategic military infrastructure connected to Iranian operations. These targets have reportedly included missile facilities, storage sites, command centers believed to support regional military operations. At the same time, Iranian forces and allied groups have launched missile and drone attacks aimed at military positions and strategic locations. Air defense systems across the region have been activated to intercept incoming threats. Several countries in the Middle East have also heightened their military readiness as tensions increase. For civilians in parts of the region, this escalation has meant air raid sirens, disrupted travel routes, and growing uncertainty. One of the most significant elements of the conflict has been the use of missiles and drones. Modern warfare increasingly relies on these technologies because they allow long-range attacks with significant precision. Iran is known to possess a large arsenal of ballistic missiles and drones, which have become a major part of its military strategy. Israel, meanwhile, has developed sophisticated air defense systems designed to intercept incoming projectiles. Systems such as missile interceptors and radar-based defenses have played a critical role in preventing large-scale damage during missile attacks. However, as the number of attacks increases, military analysts warn that the risk of miscalculation or escalation also grows. The international community has been closely watching the situation. Several global powers have called for restraint and diplomatic solutions to prevent the conflict from expanding further. European leaders have expressed concern that continued escalation could destabilize the entire Middle East. Energy markets have also reacted to the tensions, as the region is a major hub for global oil production and transportation routes. Any disruption to shipping lanes or oil facilities could have economic consequences worldwide. Meanwhile, countries across the region are monitoring the situation carefully, strengthening security measures, and preparing for potential spillover effects. The stakes in this conflict are extremely high. The Middle East plays a critical role in global energy supply, international trade routes, and geopolitical alliances. If the conflict continues to escalate, it could potentially draw in additional countries and regional actors. Military experts warn that even a limited conflict could create ripple effects across international security systems. At the same time, diplomatic efforts are ongoing behind the scenes as governments attempt to prevent further escalation. The coming days and weeks may prove crucial in determining whether tensions calm down or intensify further. Looking ahead, several scenarios are possible. One possibility is increased diplomatic negotiations aimed at reducing tensions and preventing further military action. Another possibility is continued limited military exchanges between the involved parties. The most concerning scenario would be a broader regional conflict involving additional countries and armed groups. For now, much will depend on political decisions, military strategies, and diplomatic efforts unfolding across the region. The situation in the Middle East remains highly dynamic and unpredictable. As events continue to unfold, the world will be watching closely to see whether tensions escalate further or move toward diplomacy. If you want to stay informed about global conflicts, military developments, and major geopolitical events, subscribe to War and Power for in-depth analysis and breaking updates from around the world.